While out on weather-related calls Monday, township police found themselves dealing with flooding issues of their own. An officer arrived for work to find water rising behind the South Abington TWP building on Shady Lane and called his colleagues to report it was making its way into a parking lot behind the building. While the building itself didn't see any flooding, the water did displace the township's fleet of police vehicles, Township Police Officer Tony Percival said. Police cruisers sat parked in lots flanking the building while their usual parking spaces lay underwater and a rushing stream separated the building from the adjacent maintenance department lot. We had to move all the police cars out of the way and find drier ground, Percival said. The weather kept first responders busy throughout Monday afternoon and evening as steady rain pounded the area. Incidents ranged from flash flooding that submerged stretches of streets and roads to flooded basements, Lackawanna County Deputy Director of Emergency Services John Lewis said. The county's emergency management went on alert Monday and will likely stay that way throughout the evening to monitor the Lackawanna River and assist municipalities if they need it related to flooding, Lewis said. It's been crazy, Lewis said Monday night. We're holding our own right now. State of emergency declared. The Lackawanna River swelled to just more than 13 feet in Old Forge, higher than the flood stage of 11 feet, as of 9:45 p.m. Monday, and moderate flooding is expected Tuesday, according to the National Weather Service. The river is expected to crest at just more than 15.5 feet at about 8 a.m. and will fall below the flood stage about noon, according to the National Weather Service. The county declared a state of emergency late Monday in order to quickly get help from agencies like the state police and the Pennsylvania National Guard should their assistance be needed, county spokesman Joseph DiArienzo said. Old Forge declared a state of emergency due to flooding concerns, borough manager Mary Lynn Bartoletti said. The Austin Heights portion of the borough was heavily affected by the rain and Kaiser Avenue in the borough was closed for most of the day, she said. There weren't any evacuation plans in place Monday night, though borough officials are asking businesses in the areas affected by flooding to close today, Bartoletti said. Floodgates in Scranton closed around 8 p.m. In Dunmore, borough council members noted during their meeting Monday night that the borough was swamped from the heavy rain. Manhole covers are blowing off quicker than we can put them back on, Councilman Michael McHale said. Resident Margaret Philbin, frustrated and emotional, told council that her Webster Drive home flooded. She had requested years ago that a storm drain be put in on her street, but none was ever installed. Philbin wanted to know what the borough would do about the runoff problem. Council members said they would have the borough engineer review the situation. Duryea police said residents who had been affected by flooding from Tropical Storm Lee and Hurricane Irene in 2011 may want to move items to higher ground. Officers told residents on Chittenden Street they may want to evacuate as a precaution. Officials there were erecting floodgates and following an emergency plan for possible flooding. The emergency plan calls for a voluntary evacuation of Coxton residents when the flood gauge on the Susquehanna River in Wilkes-Barre reaches 27 feet. Some businesses in the borough see flooding at that level. However, the river was not forecast to go that high as of 10:30 p.m. Monday. The river was predicted to crest on Wednesday under 25 feet. More rain on the way. Most areas around Scranton saw 1 to 3 inches of rainfall Monday, AccuWeather meteorologist Jordan Root said, though some pockets probably saw 4 or even 5 inches of rain. The weather affected or closed several streets and roads throughout the county Monday. Pennsylvania Department of Transportation crews worked to clean up debris on the Central Scranton Expressway, but the road remained open, PennDOT spokesman Michael Tagliato said. Other roads closed, including Route 6 in the Annan section of Archbald, Old State Road in Glenbin TWP and the Morgan Highway between Kaiser Avenue in Scranton and Shady Lane in South Abington TWP, PennDOT spokesman James May said via Twitter. More rain is expected for the area today, with a ½ to inch possible overnight and an additional ½ to inch possible throughout the day, Root said. Further flash flooding is a possibility today due to the additional rainfall and streams, creeks, and rivers already swollen from rainfall in recent weeks, Root said. People need to be careful when they're out, Root said. The saying is, turn around, don't drown. If people see flooding, turn around, don't drive through it,